So where better place to start than in my tackle bag? I'm actually going to show you my tackle bag like as a whole. I'll show you what brands that are things. Got up my words a little bit there. So I'll show you my tackle bag. This is an NGT, one of the smaller versions. I got an NGT bag because they're cheap and actually really reliable and really nice quality, I think. So let's go ahead and open it up and show you what I have inside. So when you open up my tackle bag, you sort of see a few things like this. This is actually my crafty catches, get crafty, catch bigger, I catch more. Bag full of different flavoured pop-ups. I've got, well, there's a couple of baiting needles in there and some bait stops that actually came with. But yeah, this is a really handy bag to keep my pop-ups in. I've got some coconut and maple cream pop-ups, pepper peach, raspberry and blackcurrant, chocolate and vanilla. It actually came with everything for around £10. That's like really cheap for all the stuff I actually got in it and including the bag. Next we move on to my lead pouch. This has got, I think, close to 17 leads. I've got loads of different colours, most are 3 ounce. I've got some long distance caster leads here and some more of those but in a different sand sort of colour. I think this is called bomb leads. They make a big splash, that's all I know. I've also got a 2 ounce version of that and I've also got a couple 2 ounce inline leads. Moving on, this is actually my rig wallet which was given to me by a good friend of mine called Bailey. He actually fishes and this was actually given to him by someone called Craig. Don't laugh. But yeah, it's a rig wallet that I actually put all the stuff that I need to rig up. I've also got some ready-made rigs here that I've bought from websites like Amazon. And in here is actually what I use to rig up. Here's the little tub that I actually found at a place called Drayton Waters, but it was actually empty when I started. And I've basically over time collected all the stuff I need to rig up. So I'll come over there and give you a good look at that. It's full of anti-tangle sleeves in this one, curved shank hooks and a few extra bits like lead clips, beads and floating sweep. And then the leader that I actually used to make my rigs with, 100 metre, £6, super feeder, coarse fishing, high-tech mono. So yeah, that's so the bits and bobs done. Also in my rig bag I've got some scissors and a knife. What I much prefer to use to cut with for rigs is a nail clipper. I just think with one of these you can get right up close to the hook and get those tag ends really nice and closely, but with scissors you can't because it's a bigger handle, bigger build, whereas this is just small blades, you can get in those little nooks and crannies with it. In this small pocket at the front of my bag I carry a spare spoil, which is for one of my feeder rod reels. There's a spare line with me. This isn't actually a reel spoil that goes on my main rod reels. It's just some extra line, so if I need to tie up anything, or if I need to make some more rigs with it, I suppose, if I run out of my other one. But that's just in there, you know, just in case. You never know what can happen out of the bank. I also carry some pliers with me. Not really sure why, but they can be good for all sorts of things. I mean, a hook getting stuck in your finger or your lip, or even if you catch a pike on a boilie or maybe a catfish, you might want to get it out with the pliers. So I'll show you the swingers that I have. This one's actually a green one. I prefer to use these bar ones because they don't wave around so much in the wind and give you false bites. Although some people may disagree and say they're too heavy and cause a lot of like restriction for the carp, I suppose, to pick it up. I actually have 3 of these, one green one yellow one, and another green one. This one I found at some waters, and this one these 2 green ones I bought yesterday at a carp fishing show. So that's that small pocket done. Going back to my big pocket, what else can I find in here? There's a few loose things like my marker floats, which I bought yesterday at that fishing show. I've never actually used marker floats before. I've got one big one and one small one. Like this one's like a small and fat one. Ignore me. But yeah, I'm really excited to use these out on the bank. I've never actually used them before, but I'm hoping they can make a big difference in my fishing. I also carry a cheap catapult because this is actually really good for getting bait out there. Although ones like these, I mean, I think I got it for something like £8 from a local tackle shop. Although sometimes the elastic snap, you can buy them quite cheaply. You know, I'd rather just have cheap ones and buy them when they break than get an expensive one. I also have in here this small tackle box. In here I've got a nice wooden float. This will be good for perch and maybe some carp as well because it's quite big. I've got some smaller ones here. I don't really use that often. I've got a slightly bigger one, a medium sized one again. I also have a disgouger. I also have a smaller one of these as well, and I have a bigger float that's upstairs on one of my smaller rods. In this tackle box carry some small shots, well small, they're just all different sizes of shots for rigging up floats. So this is basically my little river bag when I go out to rivers and things. I don't really know why I have this. All I carry in it is this small, what do you call it, a small feeder mould and some small hooks. I also carry, these are size 12 hooks. I also carry these in here, which are hair rig stock. I also have these scales, which are actually seriously crap, and I really don't like them because they only go up to £15. So when you get a 15 plus or above 15, it's really annoying because you have to go and ask someone for more scales. So I will be getting some new scales. These are just ones that my mum got me when I first got into fishing. This is my boilie crusher. I actually think these are really useful. I got this at a show that I went to with my friend called The Big One, grinding boilie crumb. I'm getting really into PVA bags this year as well. I've got some mesh and some solids in there, but my solids almost run out, so I'm not going to show you those. What to show you next? Maybe my landing mat. This landing mat is made by NGT. I've got quite a lot of NGT stuff, as you probably noticed. As you can see, it's got small clips just here. I'm going to unclip those. And that's just to carry it, make it smaller and keep it all together. So that folds out and that goes really large, really big. It's also got peg holes so I can peg it down to the ground to stop it from flying away on those windy days. But yeah, this is really good quality and I really think I can use this for a long time. I got this yesterday at the show I was talking about. This guy actually gave it to me for around £17, so big thanks to him because I think it was originally 20. Right, now moving on. My bait bucket. I've got a few baits in here and I've got a Nutri-Rate sticker on there. They gave that to me at the Big One. But I'll show you my baits that are in here. I've got a fair few, a quarter of a packet of ground bait that's been really good. I actually caught like a number of really nice roach and rudd on this with my friend Zane. And then I've got 2 packets, 1, 2, of Candy Nut. This one's Candy Nut Crush, it's Instant Action Nash. And this is Instant Action as well, which is Nash Strawberry Crush. Yeah, and these are both 15ml, so these match my pop-ups, so I can have this because they're all 15ml, so they'll all work quite nicely. I've got some luncheon meat in here because I've heard these are really good for barbel and carp, more wild carp I suppose, but chub love them as well, so I've also got some of this. Wow, that went quickly. How's my bait bucket done? On to my net. This isn't actually my only net, this is actually a Gardener Circle one. I've been using this recently because I think I prefer how it sort of holds together and it's not too big. I've got a massive triangle one with the zip cord, which a lot of people are using, really like trending at the moment. And I know why they're good because you can take them out, wrap them up and keep them as like and have them as a sling for the carb. But I've been recently using this one because it's just too large and it gets in the way of everything. It's pretty roughed up nowadays, it's got a couple small holes in it. Nothing a carp would go through. But yeah, no, still does the job, still working as if it was new. Okay, wow, can't believe we're almost done. My bivvy is currently under my legs. I'll give you a look at that now. So maybe I can get some clips of the bivvy set up on the bank, but hopefully I should be able to do that. But if I don't, I'm sorry. But this is the bag of the bivvy. It's a Fox EOS, it's the #1, it's a 1-man, and bloody hell, it's the perfect size. And it's so portable, it's light as well, it's not heavy at all. I'd say it's about, I don't know, maybe £25, so not heavy at all. and it's got plenty of space for any size bed chair. I have a large bed chair, like the biggest you can get, but we'll move on to that in a second. Okay, so as I just said, my bed chair. Now, let's get a look at this. This is the NGT Specimen Carp bed chair. It's very big and very comfortable. It's got loads of padding on it, which is great. And as you can see, just by these feet, it's hardcore. You know, you can have it pretty much anywhere, and it's adjustable. They're on a ball, so they can move around. So you can have it on hills and anything like that. As you can see, it's probably quite wide compared to other people. It's a 6-leg, which is great because when you have a 2-leg, I find that I saw one of my friends had a 2-leg, and it broke really quickly because the front or the back, whichever way you were sitting, kept falling down. But if you've got a 6-leg, that can't happen no matter how much it weighs. Now, I know you've all been waiting for it. The last piece of the puzzle is my reels, my new Big Pit reels. Now, I'm really excited to show these to you. I haven't actually used them yet, haven't even got line on them yet. I've got line coming on Wednesday, which I'm really excited for because hopefully I can have that out for next weekend where I can get out and have a session, maybe an overnighter with some friends. So here they are. These are the Sonic Vader X Big Pits. They don't have quick drag, but they do in fact have a very comfortable handle and very big spoil. They're for long distance casting, which I'm really getting into at the moment. I want to go to the reservoirs like Naseby and Drayton, which are very famous legs here in the Midlands. So there they are both together. They're both exactly the same. And my barrow, of course, which is beside me right now, it's a £40 one from eBay. I didn't want to spend too much money on it. Obviously the quality did matter, but honestly I actually don't mind that much. It does the job, it wheels really nicely. The only thing I have a problem with is probably the 2-wheel mechanism of it. I'd probably prefer 1 wheel, it's easier to steer, and sometimes I can find that the barrow drifts. But as for other things, the metal's good quality, and the basket underneath has got loads of space. It's also got a small bag on the other side that you can put all sorts of stuff, like I tend to put my reels in it sometimes. Thanks a lot for watching. Next time I see you, it will be on the bank.